Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So that's done there. All right. Now, Michael, I want you to put your email address in the chat.
I'm just letting people in.
Good, good.
We've got Charlie, we've got Tony T and Co. There he is.
Morning, lads.
Hello, Charlie.
Morning, David. Morning, Tony.
Morning, Tony.
Morning.
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 Tony, Tom, and Vicky. Michael and Charlie.
David Wright coming in.
How is everybody all right?
We're all fine, thank you.
Good.
Oh,
David Wright.
He's trying to stop on
You look miserable, David.
Inner turmoil. Tired.
Pardon?
Inner turmoil and tired.
Oh, I'm sorry, mate. You're very soft, David.
Wonder why.
Just check go down to audio, and then with the little puppy that points up, press that, and then go to microphone, and then move the microphone level up.
How much did that cost?
Sorry, I missed that, David. Just say it again.
Bottom left-hand corner where the microphone is,
Audio, yes.
there should be a microphone where you can change the level.
Did you buy some of these?
Right. Good morning, everyone.
Kicking off, guys.
Yep. If okay, so Michael is the co-host today. So he's helping to assist with the Zoom. So when you open the Zoom, the first person that came in was Michael, so I made him the co-host so I could set up the stream. This is being streamed to Recovery Connections in a private unlisted folder for academic and research purposes. And seeing as Charlie was the third person on the call, he can build the container. Welcome
that's
to community
very
practice and falling in the deep end. Go for it, Charlie.
Thank you ever so much, David. That is very much appreciated. Hi, everyone. How are you all doing?
Just
All
before
fine,
you
thank you.
start, let me just translate. That was Scottish for fuck off, David. How dare you do that to me?
You forgot to mention the CUNT word as well. Just to
No, it is Tuesday. I said see you next Tuesday.
let's check in. We'll start with David Wright.
Thank you, Charlie. Good morning and afternoon, everybody. My name's David. I am checking in. I'm tired. And also there's anger in me. I've got a lot of inner turmoil going on at the moment. So yeah, that's where I'm at. That's me in. Thanks. And I tag Michael.
Good morning, everybody. Sorry to hear that, David. Hope the rest of the day goes better for you. I'm okay here, Doncaster. We're moving forward. Looking forward to picking up some clients at the end of the month. Had a very good session last session with Charlie as well. Much appreciated that, Charlie. So look forward to some more group work later on today. So if I could tag Nikki. Hi, Nikki.
Can't hear you, Nikki. Your microphone's not working.
Can you pretend that microphone?
We don't know why. I can lip read. Is it what? No, we still can't hear you now, but we can lip read. There we go.
Can you hear me?
There we go. Yes.
Okay. Don't know why that happened, but anyway. Hi. Morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Checking in. Yeah. I'm not quite sure this morning or this afternoon. Tired, I think. And I will tag Tony, T, Tom, and Vicky.
Hello, everybody. All good here on our part. Had an exhausting morning cooking breakfast for people, so yeah. I'll let these two check in as well.
Morning. Yeah, I'm good. I'm looking forward to it.
Hi, everyone. I'm all right, thanks, and yeah, looking forward to it too. So we nominate someone who hasn't gone yet.
Branka, would you like to check in? David, do you want to check in, and then we'll go back to Branka?
Yeah, David checking in, making it up as we go along, learning through by sitting at the next to the fire. It's really nice to see everyone here and to feel supported in the chaos as we try and build a community of practice. And that basically means we come to practice, and when you practice, you make mistakes, and then you learn from the mistakes. And as colleagues, when someone makes a mistake, we're going to learn how to practice patience, tolerance, humility, calm, kindness, all that sort of stuff. So you cannot get this wrong. If anything, we're here to support each other in getting over the hurdle of fear of, oh my God, I might get it wrong and I might be shamed. So really, yeah, so that's one thing I want to say. And also, English isn't everybody's first language, so be patient around that too. Yes, Charlie speaks Scottish, and I'll step in and translate where I can. And Branka's from Croatia. Branka speaks Croatian, Italian, and is learning English. And Nikki and David are both South African, and that's got all its own challenges as well. Morning, Branka. Would you like to check in?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Branka. I'm from Croatia. I'm glad to be here. Sorry I'm late. And yeah, I check in with joy and excitement.
Great.
Thank you, Branka. Has Nikki Edwards checked in? Nikki's checked in. So I think so. It's just left for myself. Is there someone else coming in?
Yep, looks like Raw's coming in. Who's that? It's Daisy.
Hello.
Hello, Daisy. Would you like to check in?
I will check in. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling positive this morning. Yeah, I'm in a really good mood. Yeah, excited to see what we're going to talk about today.
Thank you, Daisy. And I think I'm last but not least. I was feeling good until David said I was the third person in the container and has asked me to build it. So now I am nervous. But apart from that, we'll crack on. Let's where should we take the container today, guys? Who wants to chip in?
If it's not too inconvenient, maybe David suggested that there are some trauma, some troubles going on. I don't know if it's something that maybe we can all experience or have experienced. If it's something that David is able and willing to share, if it's not confidential.
I was thinking just that.
Okay, so what's happening here is as people checked in, the containers acknowledged David's struggle and the containers moving to support David and just checking if David wants support in that. So David, would you like some support?
Yes, I think so. I would like some support, and maybe the support will just be about people just listening to where I'm at. I mean, I don't really need, or we know as coaches, to the best of our ability, not to try to fix or rescue or advise or project, but maybe if I just talk about things that are going on for me, I can start there, and that might be enough. So I'm going to just talk a little bit. Okay, so I'm 6.5 years into my recovery journey to selfhood, multiple pathways to recovery. I started developing my own business in January 2023. That was after I had done my peer recovery coaching certification and pioneered the systemic business coaching certification using UACT and as the organization which we did the case study on. So with that skill set, I'm now going about developing my own organization, and I'm 22 months, nearly 23 months into what typically takes 2 to 4 years. And I've persevered, and I'm at the stage where I'm trying to get to the end of the business plan. And for whatever reason, well, there are a number of reasons, actually. I'm almost there, and I think I'll feel a lot better once it's done. But there's some added complications in that 4 years ago, when I relocated to Cape Town, things have been made a lot more difficult than they actually need to be by certain stakeholder groups in South Africa. I'll keep it as simple as that. And now I'm in a position where it's come into my awareness that I need to maybe start entertaining the idea of doing a country relocation. And Australia could be on the cards. And so I'm sitting in this place where after almost 2 years of a lot of personal recovery capital application and perseverance and discipline, working for the most part 70 hours a week. So 55 hours driving as an e-hailing driver in and around Cape Town, the Cape Flats, sensing at times that all I'm getting is pushed into the dangerous areas. I mean, I can go for years about the stories. Maybe I'll write a book about it one day. But it's been very challenging. And now, so I'm at a place where I'm wanting to get this business case done. I feel that once I kind of have it all figured out in my head, that's another thing that I am not concerned about, but I'm wanting to get right, is that I feel like my energy is focused in so many different places, because not only am I trying to build a business, I've had to try and earn extra income by developing a second business, which is private shuttling and tours on the South Peninsula here in Cape Town. And not much has come of that, unfortunately. Some things have come, which has been great for me to pay bills on time. But compared to the effort that I put in, the reward has been minimal. So there's frustration there. So there's this real willingness and dogged determinedness to continue to go. But a lot of the time I'm just hitting brick walls, and now there looks like it's either a test or an opportunity for me to explore relocating to another country to start making things hopefully easier for me and my family. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thank you, David. Okay. I'm just going to stick something in the chat. Yeah. And when you started, there was a big sigh. So you started off saying, guys, I just want to be listened to. I just want to be heard. And then you were given permission to talk and you went, yeah. And then we listened. Yeah. Okay. So while we're listening, Michael, under Zoom, in the top corner of everyone's window, you can rename that person. Where did David come from? And put the location in his name. Okay, so you work the tech out. All right. Now other people look at what was said. What was the agenda? What does it feel? A question to ask David is like, what does it feel like to be heard? What tasks does he need to get done? He's mentioned the business case. And how would you like to acknowledge the work David has done? So what is it that's inside David that's okay, Michael, you've pinned him, which is great. There should be that you're in the right area. There should be a rename. Okay, you work that out. All right, who wants to go first? Charlie, over to you, mate.
Yeah, first of all, thanks, David, for sharing that. It was lovely just to get a little bit of a wee bit of your story, because I feeling that they were on these wee boxes, so it was lovely just to get a wee bit more of your back story. And as David says, what did it feel like to be heard this morning?
For me, I feel relief. I just feel like I can let out what's been going on for me all morning, and it just feels very much like a lot of relief.
And thanks, David. What's possible when you feel a relief, David?
I'm not sure I understand the question. What is possible when I feel relief?
Yeah.
I guess maintaining a sense of hope and trust. Hope and trust come up for me, which is great, because what it allows me to remember is to not try to the best of my ability not to resist anything, and to go with the flow, to just flow with life in however manner or shape or form that looks like. And so, yeah, there's my answer.
So to just go with the flow. Can you feel how David's energy is very different from when he came in? Yeah. And then I've been typing in the chat, and I typed to everyone, what's possible when you feel relief? So the client or the coachee, yep, is not coming at his challenge from a place of anger, frustration, and fear. He's able to look at the challenge with a sense of relief. So his body's being set up in a way to look at it from a different perspective. And then when he said that, I think he said, what spiritual principles did he mention? He said
Hope and trust.
And trust. Hope and trust. Okay. Michael, there's somebody at the front door.
Thank you. I was just reading the chat about what the agenda might have been, and it was about opening it up from listening to the check-ins, whether there was something that might form that agenda, is what I understood.
Bring Rabson in, Charlie.
Hello, Rabson. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Would you like to check in, Rabson?
Yeah, I'm checking in Empowered. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to learning more from this container that has already been created.
Thank you, Rabson.
You're welcome.
Rabson, tell Michael where you're from so he can update your location in Zoom.
Come again? I didn't hear you.
Where are you from, Rabson?
I'm from a country where we have the Victoria Falls, and that's Zambia, Africa to be specific.
Great stuff. So just so you know, Michael is updating where all the coaches are coming from. Yep. So Michael, you need to update Branka. She's from Croatia, and I'm glad you can try and work out how to spell that. Charlie, do you want to update Rabson where we're at and what we've learned so far?
Rabson, we had everyone checking in, and then David from Cape Town checked in, and he was feeling angry, and he had some inner turmoil. And David, before he spoke, there was a big sigh before he spoke, and David was basically telling us about the inner turmoil of his of developing his own recovery business and been at it for 22 months. And he's also running a shuttling business. I don't think things are going just as the way that they would like to. And David is thinking about relocating to Australia to maybe stand a better chance at life. And then we asked David a couple of open questions, like what does it feel like to be heard when David spoke? And I forgot the second question. I'm sorry. Can someone help me?
Great authenticity, Charlie. Good. Guys, I'm lost. I forgot the question. Where were we at? Wonderful, wonderful.
I'm like this.
No, you're doing great, mate. You're doing great. Daisy, are you coming in there?
No.
I just saw you unmuted. Okay.
Oh, I didn't realize I was muted before.
Okay, no problem. No problem. Yes, Michael?
Just listening to David, it's something that I recognise in myself when there is an issue or a concern or an anxiety. Previously, I might have kept that myself and worked it out in my own mind, thinking that I have the answer. What I have found is that by talking it through or explaining or trying to articulate my feelings, once I've done that, there does seem to be a release. There does seem to be certainly less pressure. The problem still remains, but there might be a little bit more clarity in the way of thinking. And just for somebody else, for me to hear it, is quite healing, I find. And I've only been practicing that for less than a year. So that might be what David might be feeling.
Okay, so Michael, I'm going to give you some feedback. Yep. Are you open to that?
Of course.
Yep. I love the way you shared your lived experience there. Yep, where you've kind of shared a little bit of your life. around what it feels like just to be able to share a problem, yep, and to have it aired. Yep, I thought you did that well.
Thank you.
Okay. So I'm just going to jump in here and I just want to check the whole container. Is this working as a community of practice where you can come and practice and to learn the skill of recovery coaching? That's a yes or no question.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes for me.
All
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Yes.
Good. Yes.
However,
Yeah.
there is a however.
Yes. Brilliant. Bring it.
And the however is that sometimes I'm uncertain as to how to proceed or what to say, in that we're forming the agenda ourselves, and I'm still getting used to forming the container. So I don't always want to be a yes man and say everything is okay. And when I'm a little bit unsure of the direction, and I just need to be reminded sometimes and practice coaching. By the time I get through the session, I feel as if I'm back on track. But when I join the Zoom first thing, and we're doing our check-ins, I love that because I just can reconnect. And then I get a little bit lost when there's a question that's thrown out. Well, what is the agenda? Because I don't come with any preconceived agenda items. So I'm sort of exploring and searching in the dark a little bit, if I'm honest.
That's wonderful feedback, Michael. And the reason it's wonderful is that's exactly what's meant to happen in the design of things. And the reason for that is to help build resilience for you so you can be comfortable in the chaos of a culture of addiction. So in a culture of addiction, everyone's screaming and everyone's kind of going, what must you do? Wah, 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 wah. And to be comfortable with the unknown. Fuck, I don't know what we're going to do. What would you like to do? Where are we? And it like how you're feeling is exactly how you're meant to feel in this learning environment. David Wright, you got your hand up?
I just wanted to add to what you said, David. In the 4 years, 3.5, 4 years, I've been practicing coaching. What I've gotten better at is the silence. At first, it used to really like freak me out. Like somebody's got to say something. But I've grown to appreciate that a lot of the times the container goes where it needs to when there's times of silence. Yeah.
Cool. All right, so we're coming up to the first half an hour. Yep, we've built on the check-in. We went around the container. A participant was struggling. The container focused on that participant to support them in their practice. And hopefully David's got some things that he can take away and work on. So maybe in the second hour, if David's around, whoever's going to coach him, yeah, in the one-on-one coaching, there's something there to talk about. Okay, is this working where you guys come here for an hour and then you go into breakout rooms and coach each other and practice the coaching around that way? So I see Tony, Tom, Vicky, and who else has just joined? Who's just coming in?
Michelle's here too.
Hello, Michelle. Would you like to check in? You snuck in under the radar there. We couldn't pick you up.
Yeah, well, I'm good. I'm really good. I'm just trying to find balance at the moment. So I'm back doing a lot of reflection, meditation, journaling, because I've had a lot going on in my personal life. We've just had a death in family as well. And because I've got this going on, David, and I've got obviously university and life goes on at home, I'm just back off into my own world, trying to find balance, my peace, my serenity, so I can get what needs to be done for my future. So that's where I'm at the moment. Yeah. But I'm good. I'm good. I feel good.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just on the grief, just on the grief piece, one of our cricket coaches in one of the hubs, one of their team members suicided. And so death will always be lurking around us. One with our own personal family or relational bereavements, and then in the workspace environments with our clients or coaches or whatever. So that's also another robustness that we need to learn to be resilient in. Oh shit, you just lost someone, as opposed to being overwhelmed by, oh my God, don't know what to say. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Lovely to see you again, though.
Yeah, you too.
Okay. All right. So we're just building this up as we go along. So the four of you will break off into twos at the top of the hour and practice coaching, yes?
Yeah.
How many people does that then leave? 1, 2. David, are you able to stick for the whole hour? Okay. And I see Daisy's getting panicky and going, oh no,
Sorry.
I can't do the second hour.
I can't, sorry.
That's okay. That's absolutely okay, Daisy. That's absolutely fine. Branka, Nikki, Rapson, Charlie? Good? Rapson?
I'm good.
Okay, good. All right. So how many does that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, great. So Daisy, thank you for dropping off in half
Brilliant.
an hour's time because then our numbers are even. Okay. All right. So what have we learned so far? Now we've gone for half an hour. Let's just capture what we've learned individually from the first half an hour. Who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, go for it. Great.
I think we've learnt that in sharing and just being able to be heard in a safe space, one can find quite a lot of relief in that. And that relief might breed clarity in the problem that is weighing heavily on someone, and allow them to see it clear enough that they can make action without feeling such that emotional charge behind it. So yeah, venting's good, basically.
Wonderful. Now, Daisy, just tell Michael what your role is in your organization so he can update your name.
I am the lead fundraising volunteer for RAW.
Great. Okay, you got that, Michael? You're muted. Okay, Michael will work it out. Who's next?
I'll go. I learned that there's so much learning and listening. There is abundance of learning and listening. As someone who has frapped his whole life, probably not. I've frapped more in my own head than what I do with other people. You know, like when I'm talking to folk, I'm actually frapping in here. So the learning and listening has been so paramount. And I'm going back to what my Michael you said about the agenda, and then you said David about this is where we're supposed to be, and I completely agree because I'm like every time I come in with these containers I feel completely lost, but I know that's how I'm supposed to be feeling because we need to learn at some point. But I completely get that, Michael, what you were saying.
Thank you. I can't type and talk at the same time. I haven't mastered that skill yet. But what I was going to say before I just update Daisy, is that I recognise the importance of the check-in and the check-out. We checked in with David and listened, but David Collins came in with the check-out. How are you feeling now, David, after that, after you've been able to explain that? What is this sense of relief? Which, some of those basic things I need to remember. It's okay having a check-in, but it's also very important to have the check-out as well to ensure that everything is still okay. So that's what I've relearned.
So opening the container.
Yeah.
And then closing the container.
Nikki Edwards, would you like to see what you've learned?
What I've learned
This past half hour.
This past half hour. Well, what I've learned and what I'm learning specifically in this container is that everybody from different cultures and countries can come together and have conversations and support each other regardless of where they come from, what culture or what country. So I'm really loving the learning around that.
Thank you, Nikki. I see David's got his hand up. David, I'm right.
Yeah, thanks. I just wanted to mention what I've learned is how people's authenticity is appreciated. That you can't we can't mess it up. It's a space of psychological safety, and so when people are honest, that's very, very welcome. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, David. Could we bring in Rabson? Rabson, have you learnt much this past wee while since you've been in the container?
Oh yes, I think for me the biggest lesson that I'm taking away from the time that I checked in is the truth that it's very important whenever you are checking in, you become authentic and even mention where you are basically coming from, because you never know who's in the room trying to know where you are from. You know, when I checked in, David Collins went on to actually highlight that, of course, I should state where I'm coming from. You know, and that just gave me the element of getting to know that, of course, I'm not alone at all. And of course, I remember when I was doing the professional recovery coach, Coach Nick mentioned that it's only being a coach where you are paid for saying, I don't know. And same applies with someone. And I'm free to say, I don't know, because I just have to come here and, you know, the space, the container will lead itself towards where I want to be. So, yeah, and that's usually for me, it lessens the anxiety and make me to be in a place where I'm so much open-minded and expecting, of course, what to come out now would be something that would be very much beneficial to my growth. Sure.
Thank you, Rabson. Can we go to Branka and then we'll go to Tony and Vicky and stuff? And Branka?
Yeah, okay. What I learning that past half hour, I learning how it's important. It's like check-in. So in that moment, I can recognize in what emotion state is that person, and be present and listen to what the client talk about, and then recognize when I ask some powerful question, how that person client can change if I make some powerful question. And for me, it's the problem, make the powerful questions. I always frozen when I need to, when I coaching with Paolo or somebody else, I always, my brain is became I frozen, I remember nothing at the moment. That part of her question for me, it's most difficult to do, but yeah, it's. Yeah.
Thank you, Branka. And we'll go to project 6. Thank you guys for waiting.
For me, I'm practicing how to have a balance of different listening skills, level 1, 2, and 3, because I've noticed that my level 1 I'm all right with, but I need to have a healthy balance because I can go on about myself quite a lot. So, like my level 2, I need to have a. So I've practiced in this session. I've practiced my level 2 listening a lot and focusing what people are saying. Michelle.
For me, as you know, I told you, David, Charlie, I told David that I've already been on this path for quite a few years. I were a 22-year addict, and I've been abstinent for like nearly 7 years now. So for the last 5 years, my life's been all around this spirituality, accepting people for who they are, being non-judgmental, and this coaching has just reaffirmed for me about being accepting of people's feelings, who they are, their individuality, how we're all diverse, and being able to listen to people and not project our feelings and fears and anxieties onto them, and just listen to people, just be there and let people talk. And that's what it's done for me, coaching. I've been interested in it for a while because I like the platform. I love David's platform. I liked watching him work the floor, how he got people to open up without them even realising it half of the time. They were just talking normally, then going to a point where they were hurt, and that is what I love to see. When we're not asking all these questions, what, why, when, how, and they're questions we want answering, but just letting people be who they are, and yeah, that's it for me.
Thank you. Anyone else in there in project 6?
David,
Yeah.
I don't have anything to add really, I'm just listening.
That's it, pal.
All right. Thanks, project 6.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Back to you, David.
Okay, so did we have we heard from Michael, and have you heard from yourself, Charlie?
Oh no, Michael, have we heard from you? We heard from me. I was second. It's just you to go, David C.
Okay. So I've learned to trust the tools, and the actual, each time this starts off, I still go, oh fuck, do I know what I'm talking about? Is this going to work? Is the agenda really going to happen? Do we really have the answer in the container? And each time, just to check in, contract, build the container, ask the question, where are we going? And to just have faith that it's going to happen in the time slot. So here we've designed a 2-hour time slot with 2 1-hour little things in it, and we're able to dance in the chaos of managing that. And I still carry a lot of anxiety around, oh my God. So I was at a meeting last night where I'm staying. They have a house meeting, and everyone comes, and the guy that's facilitating the meeting comes with a piece of paper. Here are today's agenda items. And I said, what the fuck is this? Is this a board meeting or something? It just and that to do something this way is still challenging for me. So I'm really grateful for everyone coming here and allowing me just to dance and play. Michael, thank you so much for the IT support and just kind of going, oh, okay, well, let me roll with it. And Charlie for sitting there. Yes, Michael, you got your hand up.
It does help that we've all had that initial training so that we know what we're talking about here. What I recognize is the need for me to continually practice recovery coaching. I don't have a client at the moment, so I'm not actually live, as it were. So being put in this situation, which is sometimes a bit stressful, isn't it? When one is asked a question to oneself, it's directed, and you feel that you've got to make sense of this and show that you're actively listening. It's all good things because it allows us then to remember, to practice, to build a resilience, as Dave said, to manage the silencers. And this is all building my capacity, should I say, to be a better recovery coach when the time actually happens.
Great. And you see how passionate Michelle is in the corner there? She's obviously on fire about something. So that's great too. So they're off there learning stuff, and Michael, you're learning stuff, and my hope is, Michael, if you wanted, and that you could find a client here and you could use that as part of your case study. Yep. So that's another hope here. Different people from different organizations can coach each other, and then we can take that in and learn from it, as opposed to people coaching each other in the same organization. Okay. David Wright, you've got your hand up. Tony T, have you guys got your hand up, or is that an old hand?
It's been up, yeah, it's been up a while.
Yeah, okay, no problem. David Wright?
Yeah, I just wanted to mention Branka used the word presence. And I just wanted to share how I still find myself in containers not present enough. The listening, I can go off and I've got to bring myself back all the time. I'm speaking for myself. I can't speak for anyone else. But what I found, my own personal experience, is to be as present as possible and to be listening the entire time. It does take quite an effort when it comes to me trying to do it. I just wanted to share that. Thanks.
So Charlie, what's it been like facilitating?
It was a little bit nervous at the start, and as soon as David started to tell his story, I started to write notes. And the reason was because I knew you were going to ask me, like, if someone came in the container. I was already being proactive in your next question. So, and then Rabson came in, and I thought, oh, I've got it here. So yeah, I found it quite good actually. It's quite tough to listen to people then speak and then try to retain and try to hold what they've said, especially when there's so many organizations and people. But yeah, I just keep going back in just what David said about being present, and he can still go off, and that's really nice to hear. Actually, it was someone who's just learning this is very much at the start of that there's still like loads of learning on that. So, but yeah, I've took loads from it. Just don't fucking ask me again.
So Charlie, are you open to some feedback from your peers?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Yeah, okay. So, and the reason for that, it gives people the opportunity to practice giving feedback.
Thanks, David.
Yeah. So has anyone got any feedback for Charlie on what he's done well and what
I think he's done better than teacher.
Thank you for that, Tony T. Your time is with this organization is over.
Thank you, Tony. Love you, brother.
You're welcome.
Michael from Doncaster, Project 6.
I was impressed with the way in which Charlie took on the challenge at the beginning. There was a little bit of, oh, right, okay, I'm in the zone now. It's on me. And how Charlie was able to very calmly go through with the check-in, which, we think, oh, that's easy, we can all do that. But actually, when you're put in the chair and you're having to do it, it's a little bit different. So I felt Charlie was able to go through and complete the check-in very well, and then allow silence, allow pause, rather than having feeling that he had to jump in all the time, and let the container build itself. So I thought that was very well done. Thank you.
I agree with you, and I would condense that into, Charlie, I appreciate your boldness. Well done. David Wright.
Let's see if I can keep this condensed.
No, that wasn't me saying that as a kind of a, as even, that wasn't, yeah, but it's true, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I liked the way Charlie was vulnerable in his authenticity. I think he could do even better if, with respect to the awareness the whole time of other people coming into the container and not needing to be prompted by David.
Great feedback. How did that feedback land with you, Charlie?
Yeah, it landed really well, actually. I even think any sort of feedback like that is great, actually. I don't even like good feedback, if I'm honest with you. Never mind, I'm still finding it hard getting good feedback and going, oh, yeah. So any sort of feedback is okay, but yeah, completely understand it.
Okay. Anyone else? Tony T, is your hand up? Is that an old?
It's been up for ages.
Okay, Branka.
Okay. For me, what I notice in Charlie, it's his energy, positivity, shiny. I don't know, maybe it's like how he presents here. It's smiling and give me lots of calm, echo, and more. It's that shiny face. I don't know how to explain. Positive energy. I feel positive energy of your side, so that makes me feel calm.
Yeah. Okay. Rabson.
Thank you. For me, one thing that I actually noticed in Charlie was the fact that one, of course, like has mentioned, the energy, and also the aspect that, of course, when he realized that there were certain questions that, he wasn't able to, that he had forgotten, he quickly reached out for help, from the container. So that aspect of vulnerability, let me say, that awareness to say that, of course, this is his limitation, but of course, at this end, he's able to reach out and ask for help or support. It's something that I actually learned so much from.
Wonderful, Rabson. Thank you. Okay, so let's start to wrap up the first hour. Yeah. So how many breakout rooms do I need to make? So Daisy's not here. Nikki, you're here. Can we just mute somewhere? So let's see who we got. So Michael, who you going to be partnered up with?
I don't mind at all.
All right, so should we go guess them by God? I'll do it, assign automatically, and let's see who we got. So I'll create 3 rooms. Right, so Charlie with David Wright. Branka with Michael. No, I'm going to change that. I'm going to put Rabson with Michael and Branka with Nikki. Does that work?
Yes.
What have I done here now?
What have I done?
Branka, move to. Okay. So it's Charlie and David, Rabson and Michael, Branka and Nikki.
Yep.
Okay, great. So let's start the checkout now, and then I'll put you into your breakout rooms. So Tony T, would you like to start the checkout? Tony T and team.
Yeah, everything's good here. It's been a good session, and we're going to do a bit of coaching amongst the four of us and talk about what we're getting out of the course as well, I think. Vicky, do you want to check out?
Yeah, it's been a good session. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, looking forward to the
Tom's just gone to
coaching.
loan, so that's us. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Okay. Who's next? Let's go, Michael.
I'm pleased to check out very positively. I just recapped on some basic skills that I need to ensure I follow. Grateful for everybody who's joined the container today, so thank you.
Charlie?
I am checking out feeling completely lost, overwhelmed, and excited. As I should. I'll pick Daisy.
I'm feeling grateful to be able to come here this morning. A little bit sad that I won't be here for the next hour, but I'm going to try and catch the second hour on Thursday. But I'm just a bit busy at the moment with meetings, so sorry.
Bye, Daisy.
Bye. I will pass to Nikki.
Hi. Sorry, Michael. I'm in Cape Town, South Africa. I only saw your message now. Sorry. Yeah, checking out. Yeah, curious. Checking out curious on where we're gonna go just now.
Great. Nikki, will you phone me after once you've finished? Yep.
Okay.
Who are you tagging, Nikki?
Has Branka gone?
No.
Thank you, Nikki. I check out grateful and very exciting and nervous now. I didn't know that we need to do some coaching conversation here for me, that it's always lots of, I don't know, excitement, but I'm ready. Yes, and I check with joy and excitement. And I take
Rabson,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm checking out curious because I think I came in a little bit late, and I would like to see what I'm going to cultivate in the time that has actually remained. Sure.
Great, thanks. And who hasn't gone? David Wright, have you gone?
No, I am checking out feeling less tired and more calm than when I checked in. Thanks.
You've had a physical shift, David. You can see it from your energy from when you first came into where you are now. Great. All right, everyone, I check out with a lot of joy. Jump into your breakout rooms. Daisy, see you when we see you. And yeah, everyone else, happy coaching. Lots of love.
Ciao.